Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, you heard 37. So, I figured we would go fly our Cessna 172. I can't remember my last flight, and it's been a while since I've done FSEconomy, but I wanted to say that our last one we were up, didn't we go from like Salt Lake City to KJAC, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, I think. But somebody has taken the plane sometime and flew over to 46U, which is Alpine, Wyoming. And I found a flight there going back to Jackson Hole. There's actually 6 people going back, so I'm going to make 2 flights in this video. I'll fly up there. You all will see that. And I'll fly back, probably not record that, and then record going back to Jackson Hole again. So check this out, my flight. We have a total of 6 people. I noticed there's a big discount with 2 people. It's only 29 miles. You can see like $547 by yourself, but if you go with someone else, it's only an additional, what, $342 or something, $41. Yeah, $42. As you can see, that there's 27 gallons of fuel, exactly 50%, so 29 miles is no problem. This is a very high elevation, of course. We'll take a look at the chart. Addons is 120.625. Let me show you the wind and stuff first. You'll see there's no wind there, but showing there. But there's one here and there's one here, both coming in from the north. So we're going to take off on runway 31 here at Alpine. Show you. We'll take off on 31, and then over in Jackson Hole, we're actually going to go. Not use the ILS, instead land on runway 1. And I'll show you this because we're not going to actually use the chart. So I'll show you that. Where is it? So once you over here, we've got 14,000, all this. We're not going to actually do that. In fact, what I want to try and do, I'll see. I did start up at Alpine just to make sure everything was right with our elevation correction and everything. And because of the elevation of these mountains, we may not go straight over here. What I might do is try and keep her a little low and then bend through here over to the airport. Because as you can see, this is, let's see, 6,431 is the touchdown point on the runway. The airport elevation is 6,451. Alpine itself is... I want to say, it actually does show it over here. I want to say it's something like 5,600 or something. Type in 46U. Yeah, 46U, the elevation is 5,600, so it's about 800 feet higher over at Jackson Hole. I don't know about the mountains. I don't want to have to go over those mountains. This thing does not like that high elevation. So like I said, we'll probably just try to snake through these the mountains here. Something like that. I'll see if I can do it in the FSX flight planner. We'll try it that way. But yeah, 3 people. We got a total of 27 gallons of fuel. Might have to put 28 just because the A to A thing. We can't really do odd numbers sometimes. But yeah, it should be a good flight. So let's go ahead and get on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. I went ahead and loaded up. I got 13 pounds in this wing and 14 in the other, giving us our 27 pounds. I lowered our weights a little bit on the passengers. I've had them like around 175 and everything. It takes us just over 155 for everybody. It just takes us barely under our actual total weight, being in the red. So, I'll leave it like that. I think I noticed this before, but I was just looking at Addons. It actually has FSEconomy start flight. I didn't know it was. I wonder if it'll actually work. Nah, give me a ding. That's not good. Oh, she's saying it's not compatible, huh? Rented 172 Skyhawk. It should be. This aircraft is not available at Alpine. Haven't we used it before? Alright, let me try I've used this before. We used it in the last flight. Let me try another one. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm actually in the same one. If you remember, I messed with my files for air hauler with this plane, and I had to select the first white one instead of the second white one, and it actually works. It's kind of odd that it's like that. I've obviously done something a little weird there. Let's see if, I just want to make sure that this actually works. With FSEconomy, start the flight. Alright, and everything's going. That's all good. I can't believe there's no weather. I looked at Jackson Hole a little bit ago, and there's clouds right on the runway and everything. It looked really pretty. It hasn't all burned off. Everything is the same, though. And check out this airport, because like I said, I was checking out everything earlier to check out the elevation. Look at this. This is awesome. Could you imagine living here in Alpine? Like, there's houses. I don't know if it's like that in real life, but, like, there's houses, like, here connected to the runway. Like, that one right there, that's a house. Could you imagine, like, living around in here, and you've got this huge... It's actually a very long landing strip. It's narrow, but look how long it is. Right over there, and you got the lake. You got the mountains. Like, could you imagine living there? That would be just freaking fantastic. I think it's actually a river. It just widens up here. So I went to FSX, their flight planner, and we're basically going to try and follow the river. But I think we have to go back behind us this way for the river. I'm not really sure. Hopefully it all works out. It will. I'm not worried at all. What in the world? It's like there's a tint on the windshield. What's up with that? Anyway, let's see. It's kind of weird. Take those off. I do want the... Actually, we don't need the headphones just yet. Also, yeah, you can click the headphones. It's just weird. All of a sudden, there's like a film on the daggone thing. I was gonna take it off if I knew what the hell it was. It was just all of a sudden. It wasn't like that just a second ago. What in the world? Just want to check to see if it's like here too. Is it just a reflection? Like I say, it wasn't like that just a second ago, which is weirding me out. Alright, I'm not sure if we'll need to prime this thing either. It did come running up, but then we switched planes. So open that up 1/4 of an inch. Parking brake coming on. The mixture is an idle cutoff. Propeller area is clear. Go ahead and turn the master switch on. We could turn on our beacon. Auxiliary fuel pump. Alright, let's see if we get flow here in a second. Right there. There's the flow. Cut that off. Cut off that fuel pump. We've got to give a little bit of fuel here. Oh, she was gonna go. Well, it looks like I gave it too much there. Come on, girl. Give it a little more throttle. Yeah, a little more throttle where she went. Now we're at a very high elevation, so I'm gonna pull this out. About 40. Then I'll make it 35, and then here in a second when we take off, I'll raise it up a little bit. We're not gonna go 100% because we're taking off at 5,600 feet. Yeah, 5,650, I believe is what it was, to be exact. Alright, so we're all started up. Oil pressure is in the green. Temperature is in the green. I'm going to go ahead and... I think we need to turn on, navigation lights as required. So we're on. Alright, electrical system. Master switch should come off. Taxi and landing coming on. Engine RPM to idle. See the amperes drawn down. Turn those on. Go up to 1500 on the RPM. As we come up on 1500, you'll notice that the amperage went up. Just make sure there isn't a volt warning on the air panel. There isn't. We're landing and taxi go off, and we'll bring this back down. We're idle a little below 1,000. A little more than that. Avionics master switch coming on. Just make sure all of our radios are on. And stand by. Alright, flaps are retracted. Alright, so that's all for the setup. I'm just going to put this to like 9,500 feet, although we probably won't go that high. I'll put this on GPS, and you'll see here that I made a little flight plan. It doesn't, the water doesn't actually show up here. Kind of sucks. As you can see, it's like right over to our right. So when we get up there, let's see, what runway are we taking off on? Let's see, it was like 13 or something like that. 31. So runway 31 is coming back at us. So when we come out here, we'll just hook a left. I think we're going that way with the river. Alright, let's go ahead and go to ATC, turn into the traffic. Runway for takeoff. Like I said, we are 31. And we're going to be departing, we'll say to the east. Actually, we're going to announce our taxi. I almost screwed that up so many times. Got that.
727 Ford Hotel is taxiing to runway 31.
Alright. Sweet. And the film has gone away. It was odd. Turn the headphones on. Like I say, you can actually... I've done it once before. Click them like that. That is, I guess, a little easier. Not much. Just click on our taxi light. Pitot heat as well. It's the fall time. You can see the trees and everything. Alright, parking brake is off. Alright, here we go. We can get to the runway right there. We probably might even be able to take off from right there. We shall see here in a second. Central Rocky Mountains are on, as is OpenLC North America, although I think Central Rocky Mountains like overrides that a little bit since it's an actual region. I'm not totally sure. That's why some of these buildings look different. You see those planes like that. I think that happens when you install a region. It actually messes with default buildings and stuff, which I really, really like. I think that's awesome. If that is in fact what they do. Parking brake coming on. I like that view being like that. There we go. Now we can take off that way. Don't need to come down here. See, like, there's like houses and stuff around here. You own your own plane and you'd be right there. That'd be so sweet. Alright, let's do our run up. Let me get this card out of my way. Do our before takeoff checklist. Parking brake is set. Let's look at the flight controls. Everything looks good. Rudder pedals, everything. Flight instruments, everything is set except for our heading. Now wait a second. I wrote down 31, but I set the runway heading as 132. We are taking off on runway 31. But I set the heading as 132, so at 18,312. Right, 132 plus 18 is 312. Alright, so that's set. We'll screw that one up. Fuel quantity, right at 50%, which is right what we wanted. Mixture, full rich. Fuel selector valve is in both. throttle. Up to 1800. Check the mags. Left is good. Right is good. Vacuum. Let's see, we're barely in green. Ammeter. Good. Bring this back. And I'm going to take that to about 50%. We'll go 55. Cruising at this altitude, we're usually close to 40, so I'll put it at 50. Just to make sure, because it should be good for takeoff. Alright, so idler. Get back down here. Strobe lights and landing lights both coming on. Nav GPS, we're set to GPS, everything is good. Elevator trim, we're trimmed for takeoff. Let's set the flaps to 10. So when we're taking off to the east.
46 uniform traffic, Cessna, November 727 Fort Hotel, taking off runway 31 east departure.
Check her out. Alright. Hopefully the flaps 10 should be good enough. We're set at that high elevation. This kind of worries me, but we should be good. Just thinking about the mixture as well, but the mixture should be fine. I mean, you don't want to go full rich when you're this high. I don't believe. Alright. Let's go. Speed's alive. Not climbing very quickly. I'm thinking maybe it could be because of the mixture. I'm gonna wait till she gets to about 60. And we're up. Keep the nose down. Keep that speed up. Tracking the flaps. Come on, speed. Just hovering right around 60. Keep the nose down for just a bit. I really want to pick up some more airspeed. We're up to 70. Now we're looking good. Alright. I guess we're trying to think of our flight plan. Alright, so it's back around us. We'll bring that back up so I can look at it. Nose is coming down. Alright, so I guess when we moved, maybe the GPS finally moved, so we are actually coming up this way. I can't remember if that's the way I said or not. I thought we were going to come back behind us a little bit. We'll snake through these mountains. What's our altitude right now? 6,500. I'm going to move this to 7,500 for the time being. So we are actually going back behind us. We'll take this one on the left. By the way, before we get over there, let's take one look out here. It is quite beautiful. I believe it's a river, although it would, from there it doesn't appear so. Can't look out here much longer. I gotta fly the plane. Just want to take a look outside there. It's beautiful though. To live here, maybe it'd suck because it's a small town, but other than that, man, that's the life. Living up in the mountains, you got a lake or something over here, river, whatever it is. Be out there fishing like all year round. I mean, not all year round. I guess it does freeze over. But out here in the wild like that, you had a little plane like this fly around. Man, are you kidding me? Back to 45. Pretty soon they should have some snow on the ground. Nose is pointing down. Trim her a little better. See, there is like a little winding, I guess more of a creek than a river. I don't know if it goes the whole way either. Coming back down. So now I've got a little too much here. Come on, nose. So I hate having to take my freaking hands off this like that. Damn it. By the way, this should be on. $300 on the vertical speed, armor for 7,500. We just went over it actually. That's why I hate having to take my hands off it for a second. It screws things up. Move that to 40. Here's 7,500. This will still have to cut through here. It looks like it widens up over here. As you see, I put it to go over here, it looks like, and then off to the left. We kind of zigzag through here. I want to take a look right here and see if we can get through. At this altitude, I'm not quite sure. I really should be hand flying it. I don't think we can get through there. We might be able to go through there, but I don't really don't want to risk it. We can see visually right here that we're going to be fine going this route. Yeah, I really should be hand flying it. Thing is, I like to look around at everything on the video, and can't really do that unless we use the autopilot. Cut some of this off. Can't really use the nav because it's not precise the way I made the flight plan. It's pretty good, but I wouldn't trust it. Let's see here. Our engine gas temperature, look at that thing. Pulling back on the throttle just a little bit. This at 40. Why is our engine gas temperature at 0? exhaust gas temperature is reading 0. That's odd and incorrect. Actually, it says it's below freezing. It's extremely odd. Can't really trim it without that working. I'm not sure if that's because of the altitude or what. Make our turn and I'll look at that. I don't know if that's got the temperature listed or not. And I'm gonna push throttle up a little bit. Slow this down quite a bit, really. That'd be cool to own a little plane, live over there in Alpine, and come flying through the mountains like everything. Although Jackson Hole would be quite fun too. Although it's got a bigger airport. It's got commercial traffic and everything, so maybe Alpine would be better. The golf course, I kind of doubt that the golf course, there's a golf course there, although there could be. It's beautiful. Some snow in the distance. I'm gonna say they'll be having their snow here before too long. Come over here a little bit. And then I want to come down here and look at this. It doesn't have the, I don't know if I can, 46 Fahrenheit. And yet the exhaust gas temperature reads 0. We'll check that after we land, if I can remember to. Now, this thing has us zigzagging through the way I made it. You might be able to go straight over that, from the looks of it. You see, I actually have it going. That hill might be a bit of a problem. Oh, it looks like you can go over that. I think we could probably make it over that. We'll go straight down for the runway. We'll go to the right, because we know we can make it this way. By the way, we're at 7,500 feet. Runway elevation is 6,400, so we're about 1,100 feet above. Which ain't much. We'll probably do it a little faster in the video on the next flight, maybe. We'll see what happens. Like I say, I'll fly back on my own. This will be empty. So I'll just do the 2 flights. Although we could record it coming back. It's such a pretty area. Just speed up the video on that one. Be quiet and just speed it up. Alright, before we actually, I'll start the turn right here. 126. .625. 6.2. 625. Well, I guess that's 120. There we go. Was 120.
Wind 187 at 3. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 13, 2.13. Altimeter 3039. ILS runway 19.
3039.
Landing and departing runway 19. CFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft lead back hold short instructions.
3039.
Contact you at the back.
See, they say they're still using 19, but we're gonna come in the opposite way and just say, "Oh well." To be quite honest, we'll try runway 1. Then I guess we'll come back though on runway 19 if that's what they're gonna say. Which makes for a quicker return. I wonder, do they just use runway 19 all the time because it has the ILS, I wonder, or what? Because the wind, from what we saw, is straight with us, or against us. So that's kind of odd. But yeah, like I said, maybe they just use the ILS all the time. So maybe coming back we should use it runway 19 instead of 1. She is right there. Although there are procedures for runway 1, so why would they use 19 all the time? I like going this way better because it is quicker for us. Runway heading is 1007. I remember that hump. Is that going to be the run? No, that's part of the hill, I do believe. So we don't need to come all the way out here because it bends back and it's the runway. Don't know that we can see it just yet. And we're not all that high. Like I said, we're only like 1,100 feet above it in the first place. Great scenery. Gonna be it. Slow her down here. Let's see, I don't have a visual on it. Is it back over here? Or is it right where that post is? I'm wondering if it isn't off to the right. Over here. Because if you look at it, it's like right through here. Like we've already gone too far. It's back in there. It should be a little bit further though. It looks like we're pointed right at it. It's just off in the distance a little too much. It says we're 1 mile away from that waypoint that I set. How far exactly we are from the runway, I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's to the right of that or if we go to the left of that or what. It looks like we should go out to the right a little bit, and then it'll become. It looks like there's red pappy lights right there, which would make sense. Yeah, there's definitely a red lights there. It's got to be the airport. "9 miles. That's why it was sort of to see. Just a little too far out. It's kind of odd that the EGT doesn't want to work. Especially when it's 47 outside. If it was so really cold, maybe it would make more sense, even though it should still work. There's our pretty airport. Looks like the runway's kind of going this way a little bit. It's crazy. It is quite wide open over on that side. And on this side, you see there was quite an opening. And there's just like these mountains right here. And we got high mountains over there. Not too bad over here. But if you're not familiar with the area, it would be quite tricky at night. Looks like this is the runway right here. Quite tricky because of those mountains especially. 007. See if we can't land her nicely. Like air hauler, there's no damage. Although you don't want to smack the hell out of it. Looks like we're a little off to the right. We should be hitting the glide slope here pretty soon as well. There, it looks like we just hit it actually. Tell you what, autopilot off. I'll take her from here. Thank you, plane. Get myself situated here. Alright, now we're good. We're a little off here. Back on the power a little bit. There's mountains on the left, man, with those snows. It's like majestic looking. A little high, I'm alright with that. I would like to get our speed down a little more. Having a hard time. Is that an asphalt runway? It looks like it. Because I was thinking it was concrete. There's concrete to the left, but I think this has got to be it. Go ahead and put it one notch of flaps out. Whoa. Man, I hate that. So that's why I like to get set up early, because of stuff like that. Yeah, this plane, those flaps, they really have the effect, don't they? Warning effect. Alright, we're at full flaps now. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set, because we are freaking high. Now I feel like I'm having a hard time getting set up properly. I'm not quite good enough pilot so I can just fly in quick and get her set up at the last second. I wish I was. Throttle, oh, don't float her too much. It's actually pretty good. Oh, I was slamming on the brakes to try and get that taxiway, but no. Wasn't too bad. We got the stall warning right there before we touched down like we wanted. We need to check. Is there taxiway on up, or do we need to just turn around? We can go up to that one, I guess. Yeah, I would love to have made that. So we have to go all the way over here. It says slammed on the brakes. Not a bad landing. At least it didn't feel like it. Maybe the replay will show something different, but from what I felt, it seemed pretty good. Here's our little taxiway right here. Whoa, a little too much there. Most to the other end of the runway. That's why I would have liked to have nailed that taxiway. Alright, we could stop right up here. Just a little bit more throttle to keep the engine running. Park brake. Oh. Oh, she didn't say anything, so should be good. Fuel heat, strobe lights, landing lights. Put that in standby. Alright, here we go. Look at it right here. I should have put this over to, I don't know if this went to YT Flyers or not, because it didn't show up in the log. YT Flyers, it showed in this log. I should have put it over into YT, because I put it in my flight first instead of YT Flyers and then assigned it to myself, but either way, the money all goes there anyway. Because it did look like it went right to me. Income, $1,436. Rental, we rented the plane for 34 minutes. Didn't cost us anything, obviously, because it's our plane. Paid $143.60 for the ground crew fee, no booking fee. So total earnings for the flight were $1,292.40. I think it went straight to me. Yeah, it went straight to me, but that's alright, because I'm the boss of YT Flyers, so what's my money is your money. Let's see, I'm trying to get right to 1448. I could have just put it all in there, and I wanted to keep that at 1,000. There we go. YT Flyers. I actually want to. Not sure if that really matters, but just in case, I don't think anyone else can actually can get the cash out anyway, except me. So I guess leaving cash wouldn't help anybody because they wouldn't be able to do anything. I don't think, just in case anything needs to be repaired or anything. But as you can see, what, 3,000, 40,000, about 74,000. YT Flyers kind of died down there for a little while, and then a couple more people joined in, and a lot more people have been flying. So today is September 10th. So this will be the last time I fly for a week. It's going to kind of be like that for a while. I'm only going to be able to fly on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I got a job. It starts on the 12th in 2 days. It's just several hours away, so I can't drive there each and every day. So I'm actually moving over to my sister's house, her and her family. And because I work through Monday through Thursday, it's like 10-hour days. And then I'll probably come back on Thursdays and then fly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until I permanently get moved. I'm not going to move down with them. I'm just going to be staying with them for a month and a half, however long it takes until I get my own apartment. And then I'll move down there full time. And I'll be able to fly just about every day. Because about an hour and a half of each day is going to be driving back and forth between their their house and the job. It's like 45 minutes away, so that eats up a lot of time. Plus, the 10-hour workday and everything is just a lot of time. I can't record down there because they got 3 small kids. There's no quiet time like that, obviously. And it's not my house. So I'm not gonna be like, be quiet. I want to record something. It'd be ridiculous to do something like that. It's their place. So yeah, probably just Friday and Saturday and Sundays I'll be able to fly for the next month or so, however long it takes to get my apartment, and then get moved down there. But I should keep some videos coming. I've got a little bit of a backlog, not as many as I'd like. But hopefully enough to keep on going through the week, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, hopefully I can get some jobs done and keep things going without any pause and releasing videos and stuff. But yeah, so we've flown to Jackson Hole. I'm going to fly back just for the sake of time. It's quicker for me to do it by myself. And then when we come back, we'll be heading back to Jackson Hole again, just like we did. So I'll show the landing real quick at Jackson Hole, and then we'll be back in the plane coming back. Hey everybody, I lied accidentally. I was about to take off to go back. I was going to fly by myself back to Alpine. And then I started thinking, wait a second, there might be people leaving from Jackson Hole going back to Alpine, so I wouldn't have just taken with me. So I checked, and there are 4 people going back. 4 or 5, actually. I think it's 5, actually. So I picked up 3. And so we're going to do that going back. So I may not now do the return flight from Alpine to Jackson Hole, just for sake of time. Alright, we're in the green. Start the flight. Up again. Alright, it's good though. Full screen. We're already started up. I left it started up. Actually, I turned it off and then shut her down. But I've got her back started, so we're not going to go through the startup sequence. We'll go through the run-up sequence. Let's just tune over to the ground. We're going kind of to the south.
Jackson ground, Cessna, November 7274 Hotel with Kilo.
Should be runway
Request taxi
19.
for takeoff, south departure. Cessna, November 7274 Hotel.
187.
Taxi to and hold short of
Heading.
runway 19er using taxiway Delta Alpha 4. Contact tower on 118.075 when ready.
Alright, we'll acknowledge that
Taxi
clearance.
hold short runway 19er using taxiway Delta Alpha
Set this
4.
heading correctly.
Cessna
187.
74 Hotel.
Try to do the return a little bit quicker. Taxi light is already on. Turn on the progressive taxi? Probably not. Whoa. Alright, let's go on over. Not sure if she's going to tell me to go back behind me or just follow this line. Get back on the line. We actually need a fair amount of runway to take off if it's anything like last time. I guess it's just because the airs. I don't know why it's taking so long for the speed to come up. Maybe it's because I've cut the mixture down so low. But you wouldn't take off full mixture at this kind of altitude, would you? It doesn't quite make sense to me. Because I'm almost positive you don't go full rich at this kind of high at altitude taking off. Look at all the beautiful planes. Let me see something real quick. Need to come down a little ways to get all of our room. I'm taxiing pretty fast. Slow her down a little bit. Take in the great scenery. Is it Delta, American Airlines, and United, I do believe. I guess, did United take over Continental? Because I always thought that, wasn't that Continental livery, that one on the end? Maybe it was always United. I thought it was Continental, and you don't see Continental anymore. I don't know, there's been mergers over the years. I still like the old American Airlines livery, the old silver one. Very distinct. I actually kind of like them. I used to kind of not like them, like big old aluminum can or something, but I kind of like it nowadays. Call me crazy. So we'll probably go down to this taxiway right here, and I think that one should have enough room for us. I don't think the runway even goes all that far past it. I could be wrong. I think this is where we taxied in, I do believe. Yeah, I was starting to head back, and I was like, wait, I didn't even check. I didn't even think to check. See if there are people be going back to Alpine. Once I did that replay, I was like, wait a second. It does look like it goes a fair amount beyond, but I think this should be enough runway for us. For little Alpine, that's a long runway. Alpine is just narrow. So I think that worries me about going back. But we should be fine with this plane. I've flown this plane a lot, really, because of this and especially Air Hauler 2. A lot with Air Hauler 2. I can't wait till I can finally get a new plane in Air Hauler 2. We should have stopped right there, actually. Ask for permission.
Jackson Tower, Cessna.
Let me take off. I should have done my run up first. We'll get permission real quick.
Runway 19er, ready for takeoff. Departure to the south. Cessna, November 7274 Hotel, cleared for takeoff. Runway 19er, south departure approved. Cleared
Acknowledge
for
that
takeoff.
clearance.
Runway 19er, Cessna 74 Hotel.
Alright, the parking brake is now set. Flight controls. Daggone it. Just taking that yoke away. Rudder pedals. Alright, everything looks good now. Take you away. By the way, I hit Shift F7 to check out our plane. It says like new. So I don't know what's up with the EGT. Alright. So everything is set from GPS. Got the heading set. All that is good. Check our fuel quantity. It's just like it should be. We used 4 gallons, by the way, coming here. So it's on 12 and 12. We took off with 28. We got 24. Mixture. Full rich. Fuel selector valves in both. Just throttle. 1800. I'm trying to get right there. Passes. Right passes as well. Alright, landing lights and strobe coming on. Let's raise up in the seat. Nobody coming. Transponder is on. I thought I turned it off. But I did restart it, so FSX and get everything running, so there we go. Like I said, I was going to take off without anybody. Radios and avionics, everything is good. Flaps coming out. Looks like we're trimmed for takeoff. Flaps are set. Let's go ahead and get on the runway. Did turn on all the switches, right? Alright, parking brake is off. Heard the flaps go to 10, so we're good. Thought about stopping for a second and revving up the engine, holding on the brakes. Just because I'm a little worried, but we should be good. We are at full rich, by the way. Because of that. Pull that down a little bit. I can't pull it all the way. Alright, everybody, rejoining. I looked over after I took off, and Hauppauge had stopped. I knew I should have restarted that thing in between the flights, but I didn't. Oh well. We're almost at our cruising altitude, by the way. go ahead and turn on the autopilot. And switch over to heading real quick. Vertical speed. Put it 200 because, like I said, we're almost there. Arm that thing for 7,500. Be there in just 1 second. Like I said, we'll do this one a little bit quicker since we've already flown it. Well, we've flown it the other way. So I'll go to 2x. There we go. Yeah, I wish the weather was like when I looked at it the first time. I was checking out everything. There's clouds and stuff right around the runway and everything. Oh, the EGT is working. Hallelujah. Let's see what she says. She's probably still moving up here.
Cessna 74 Hotel, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright. Man, it seems like we're a lot lower, even though it's the same altitude than before. Doing a pretty good clip. Let's see what the EGT is. 1445. Let's see if she moves any more. At 46. I've got this already leaned out to 40. 47, 48. Giving these people a flyby. Should probably pull back on the throttle a little bit. So we're not doing 100%. Just almost done to the red. Go back a little bit. Get her back into the green. Be fine there. Let's check this again. 1470. 1472. She's moving up. See, it seems like we should be able to go straight over this. You know, what if we went... So we're going to the south, so technically we should be at even, so 8,500. $14.75, now down to 4 though. 2. See what it says when we get up here. Add more throttle. We're climbing. See, we can cut off that and just go straight over it. And we should look at our altitude. We should be just fine. Now, towards the end here, we'll want to follow that because there are some higher hills, mountains, I should say, over that. Almost to 8,500. There we go, 8,500. Go back on the throttle just a little, even though we're already in the green. Take it easy on the engine. Alright, so that temperature is going to climb a little more. Just think about towards the end of our route. We should be able to get back on the course though. Maybe fly right over to here. Can we go around that mountain? Temperature gauge is still climbing, so we can't really lean it out just yet until it kind of steadies out. But we're at 2x, so it might not get all that steady. 1463. 64. 65. I probably won't lean it out anymore. 66. She's holding steady there at 66, so I can try it. 67. Right, we'll hold her right there. Now, see, this is the little ravine that we were following on the way here. And we can go, I think, straight in, because we were taking off on runway 31, so we'll land on 31 as well. Although, isn't 31 coming back? Yeah, 31's coming back, so 13 would be coming straight in. Yeah, that's right, because we took 31 and came backwards. That's right. And the elevation is, what, 5,800, I do believe. That's alright, we'll come out and around and back in. That works for me. So I think we'll have to, I think the route goes like that, so we'll probably turn right over here. Shallower over here anyway, the hill pops up right here. Oh, we're in 2X and sometimes she does that. She'll start rocking back and forth. She can't steady herself sometimes. Go back down normal speed. I'll speed her up. Although we're going to have to switch back to normal here in just a second, I guess. Then we'll get in the ravine. We'll increase our altitude as well. See, there we go. Back to normal. Start descending a little bit. I'm going to go to 8,000 for time being. Not sure I want to get too low too quick. Well, 7,500 should be just fine. So I'll put it there. Vertical speed. About 400 feet a minute. Opus hit the update, but I think she is updated. Just no weather. Down into the ravine. So it's either 5,800 or 5,400 for the altitude. Alpine, I can't recall. I wish she would drop a little quicker. That's a 500. We're moving pretty quickly. Let's see the engine RPMs. You heard that pickup. So maybe our engine mixture was a little low, although we're dropping down, but hell, usually at 7,500 feet, we are at 40%. Just from our previous experience. She's holding at 7,500. Don't rock, girl. I can't have you rocking. We're in a dangerous area. Just have to stay here while we're turning it all. Come right through here, girl. We're hung up to take over. Alright, so really, we're not having to... wondering if we shouldn't just drop down a little more. Because really, if you look at it, we come over and it's basically straight in like that. Come on, man. I'm taking over. I just can't do it all like that. Alright. Full stop lane, there's too much going on.
46 uniform traffic. Cessna, November 7274 Hotel is
That is the runway right there.
100 inbound to land.
That's it, going up to the lake. Alright. Swing out to the left a little bit. We need to get down. I was thinking if we shouldn't just go out on the lake side and come over here. So I can't look like a normal person in real life. Alright. Just too much going on. Just gonna fly out here a little bit so I can get a little more room to line up. It's kind of a tight area. Really should have probably gone out over the lake. So I'm not sure how much we're gonna have to drop down. In real life, obviously, you could just swing your head around. We don't have that luxury. We're a little lower than I'd like to be. Steer straight ahead. Put it at 50. Steer there. It's probably a little bit easier to come in from the other side, really.
274 Hotel is on final runway 31 to land.
We've got more room on the other side. Alright, we're at full flaps, we're high. At least we can see the runway now. That's my problem with coming too low, we lose sight of the runway. Speed is slightly fast. That's alright, we got a ton of runway to work with. Almost feels like we're in 2x. I swear it feels like we're in 2x. Oh, I was trying to flare right at the last second. Couldn't do it. Man, everything seems really fast. We took it off. It's a normal speed. Little throttle. We need to look outside. I bounced her a little. I think we can park right here. Flaps are coming up. We bounced her. It felt like we were going so fast, I tried to pick up the nose right at the last second, though. I tried. Oh well. Anyone could walk away from it. So it's not that bad. Right? We should just park right here at this blue building, right? That looks like the most logical place. I don't know where we came out of. I think it was that area right there. You saw back there, it looked like there's like a car parked at the house with their plane, and it's just, that's awesome. No, I cannot park my plane like they've got theirs parked. I wonder if it wasn't that blue building over there. In fact, I'm not even going to attempt to park like they did. I ain't got them skills. So we'll park right here. Like I say, there's no way I can't park it like that. Alright. Fuel heat and strobe and landing lights can all come off. Did I didn't shut it down last time, did I? Alright, it's alright. Turn all this off. Stand by. Actually, I can turn you off. Turn you off. Taxi light. And she's shut down. Go over to FSEconomy. Ooh, make sure we got paid. Alright, everybody, here we are. See, that one did get into the YT flyers. The other one I just put straight into my flight instead of YT flyers and then assigning it to myself. That's why it didn't come up there. Alright, so the income was $1,436. Rented it for 33 minutes. Obviously, it doesn't cost anything because it's ours. Ground crew fee, $143.60. Brought in a total of $1,292.40. $431.40 to the group and $861 to me. Go. Allow me to keep like 1,500 in. And $431.40. Whoa, didn't type in. There we go, $431.40. I can't type. 431. I did it again. 40. There we go. So I'll be 1,500 each. 72, so up to 75. We're getting close. I don't know what we won't buy a plane though. Not a Cessna, so it'll actually take a lot more. But we looked at it once. We looked at it once before, like for a Baron or something. That's probably what we'll try and get next or something like that. See what other people in the group say as well. That's gonna be it for this episode, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy it. Catch you guys on the next flight.